Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose XB. I'll bring you another Injustice 2 video, and today what I got for you guys is the official character bios of our first 3 DLC characters in Injustice 2, being Red Hood, Sub-Zero, and Starfire, as well as an up-close look at all 3 of the characters' renders in HD. So, before we get into all that, I just wanted to ask you guys, as always, if you can leave a like rating on this video. It shows your support, and I would really appreciate it. The support you guys have been showing on the last couple videos has been insane, and honestly, it's been really awesome to see that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out leading up to the release of Injustice 2, which is just 5 days away. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for showing all the support that you have been showing on my videos. And once again, yeah, if you can leave a like rating on this video, that would be awesome. With that out of the way, let's jump into it. Let's talk about the character designs that we got in Injustice 2 for our first 3 DLC characters, as well as their character bios. So as you guys know, the Injustice website always adds a bunch of character renders to the website of the characters that we have on the roster, and just recently they added Red Hood, Sub-Zero, and Starfire. So starting off with Red Hood, his design, as you can see here, is pretty much the traditional look that you get with Red Hood. The brown leather jacket, he's got a gun, and he has the red helmet. Now, a lot of people are talking about online one of the gripes that they have with the helmet, and it's something that I guess I sort of agree with as well, and that is it's definitely missing the white eyes. I always liked that look, and I think that is what completes the look of Red Hood. Hell, even his new 52 design, where the mask had the lips and everything, I thought that was really cool as well. But the beauty of this is, even if I hated Red Hood's design in Injustice 2, which I don't, I am pretty happy with it. The one thing that saves the day is the gear system. He's going to have hundreds of pieces of gear that's going to make his helmet change, his overall design change. Maybe we can get the Red Hood symbol on his chest through some of the gear. That would be really cool. But yeah, overall his design, I'm happy with it. But of course there are a few things that it is missing that gives it that overall Red Hood feel that I know and have come to love from Under the Red Hood and all his incarnations in comic books. But this is Red Hood's character bio on the website. The quote he has here: "Can't fight crime without cracking a few skulls," and his bio reads as this: Jason Todd once served as Batman's second protege, Robin, before being brutally murdered by the Joker. Years later, the powerful healing waters of the Lazarus Pit brought Jason Todd back to life. However, the power of the pit comes at a cost, and a change takes hold in Jason. He now uses the mantle of Red Hood to wage a lethal war on crime. So yeah, these character bios don't really give too much information as to what the characters are doing in the Injustice lore, nor do they give us any information about what the characters are doing in the story mode, as the DLC characters aren't in the story mode of Injustice 2. So all these character bios really give us is just a brief history about the character and their origins. So it is cool to see that Red Hood's origin pretty much stays intact as to what it was in the comic books. But now moving on to Starfire. Now her character render is really well done. I like what they've done with the design of Starfire. It's very much what we know and love about the character, and I really like what they've done with Starfire's hair. It looks like in terms of the gear and the customization, that is going to be Starfire's accessory. As we all know, each character in Injustice 2 has 5 pieces of customization. They got the head, the torso, the arms, the legs, and an accessory. And from what I can tell with Starfire's design, it looks like her hair is going to be that accessory. So I wonder too if maybe the hair is going to come into play with her moveset, as weird as that sounds, but hey, that would be pretty cool. Overall, they did nail the design of Starfire, and she looks pretty much how I was hoping she would look in Injustice 2, and this is what her character bio reads, with the quote: "This princess fights her own battles. As the next queen of Tamaran," I'm pronouncing that right hopefully, "Princess Coriander finds herself the victim of her fratricidal sister's vengeful," you know what, I can't read, "her sister's vengeful plot that resulted in the planet being conquered. Now a royal exile on Earth, Coriander uses her ability to absorb and convert ultraviolet energy as Starfire." Apologies for me being dumb and not being able to read, but her character bio, again, very much like her character in the comics, pretty much is keeping her origin intact. And last up, we have our guest character of the Fighter Pack 1, of course being the Mortal Kombat character Sub-Zero. And like I've already stated, I am a really big fan of Sub-Zero's design in Injustice 2. Of course, it does borrow a lot of what Scorpion's design was in Injustice Gods Among Us, but that's kind of tradition with the two characters. They always look fairly similar because they are those ninjas and everything. And yeah, his design looks really good in Injustice 2. I like the icicles coming off his arms. I like that he's going to be using swords. That's probably going to be what his accessory is with the gear system. And overall, I am excited with the customization that's going to come with a character like Sub-Zero. And hell, maybe this is going to give us a hint as to what's to come in a future Mortal Kombat game. overall, I'm just not happy with a Mortal Kombat character being in Injustice 2, but I'm not losing too much sleep over it just because I really do like the design of Sub-Zero, and he does look really cool, and the gear possibilities and the customization possibilities are pretty endless. So here's his character bio with the quote, "I seek a worthy combatant," and combatant is spelled with a K, as tradition it should be, and the bio reads as this: "To honor his murdered brother, Kuai Liang enters the second Mortal Kombat tournament to exact revenge against Scorpion. With his retribution complete, he returned home to assume leadership of the Lin Kuei clan. As its Grandmaster, the second Sub-Zero turned the organization into one of Earthrealm's most dependable allies." So this was the character that I was actually hoping the most to have a character bio that explains maybe what his inclusion is in the Injustice lore, because you know, I want to know, like, how is he in the Injustice verse? Maybe they can just give a tiny little bit of lore for the fans just to give us a more understanding as to what he is doing in the Injustice universe. I know it's just DLC and they really don't have too much story ties, but just for the sake of lore and for people like me who are hardcore fans, I would have liked to get a little more information like that. But yeah, overall, the character bios, really all they've done here for the DLC characters is just explain who they are, what their history is, and what their origin story is, and pretty much all three of them are intact. We of course see there with Sub-Zero that is the second Sub-Zero, so after the first one was murdered by Scorpion, this is the one that takes on that mantle, so that is pretty cool. And like I said, I'm a fan of the design, I'm just not a fan of the inclusion as DLC in Injustice 2. And that's it. That is all the character bios and the HD renders of all our DLC characters in Injustice 2 so far, of course being Red Hood, Sub-Zero, and Starfire. Now I take it to you guys. What do you guys think about all this? What do you think about the HD renders? What do you think about the character bios? I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Once again, if you can leave a like rating on this video, it shows your support, and I would really appreciate it. I'm Caboose XBL, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.